it's like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail nonetheless. It's frightening. Turns the legs to jelly. I ask you, to what end? Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
It's your boy, the Ben Israel, the People's Champ, back with another YouTube live stream. Wake y'all punk asses up. Wake on up, man. Let's get it going, man. 8:15 coming up. Couple of minutes off of that. Eastern Standard Time, May 18th, 2024. Happy Sabbath Day, y'all. Get it started, man. Sorry I was struggling streaming a little bit. It seems like it cleared up. So we doing this live, man. I know y'all like, why is this ninja so damn excited this morning? I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell y'all why. I was in a damn coma yesterday, and I woke up and caught the last little bit of after dark with almond eyes. And me and her been up ever since. Well, I've been up. Hell, we went to damn Waffle House last night. Damn, what the hell? We went to the White Waffle House on the other side of the town, and get out there, there's a whole bunch of ninjas out there in the parking lot partying. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, what the hell? So I guess I done caught whatever they got, because I'm up. It's all good. The birds is chirping. It's your boy, V. Venezuela, the people's champ, the Shogun of Charlotte, the Heisenberg of this ish. Y'all know who it is, the Pumpkin Escobar of this mug, the Cookie Monster. Shout out to the ladies. The Cookie Monster. You know what I mean? The sinister artist, the evil genius, the one and only. Yeah, we are back up in here early. Help y'all get this day going. Y'all got to wake up, man. Wake on up. It's beautiful. Take out the trash. Do something outside today. As somebody tried to clown me, touch the grass. Yeah, I'm going to use that shit, ninja. Touch the grass. We're going to flip that. That's actually, they thought it was funny. It's actually a good damn saying. Touch the grass today, y'all. Get out there and touch the grass. See what's going on in the world. You ain't got to be fancy with it. Just get outside, breathe some fresh air. Put your sundresses on, ladies. Fellas, put some shoes on today. Take them sneakers off. I don't care what you're wearing. Well, don't do it with no sweatpants unless you're Haitian or something. But if you're non-Haitian, you can wear shoes with whatever else you're wearing. Haitians don't care. They wear shoes with any damn thing. Going outside today, y'all. Going outside. Shout out to my trolls, man. I know my mods ain't up yet. But shout out to my trolls. I know y'all always up. You know what I mean? I got a special drop for y'all.
Nigga, you's a bitch!
Shout out to my trolls, man. You got to keep them engaged. Keep them wondering, what the hell is V doing? When he gonna say my name? When he gonna talk about me again? Probably never. This is as much as y'all get. So y'all might as well skedaddle. Skedaddle your asses on up out of here. Ain't nothing over here for you. We talking real ish over here, man. It's the champ is here. Forget about it. Champ is here. I know my neighbors is out there like, what the hell is going on with this nigga this morning? My neighbors actually be up out here doing things in the garden. They be up before me sometime. I be taking the trash out, and I be like, hey, how you doing? Good morning. They be out there doing their thing. I ain't mad at them. But the rest of y'all, you know, y'all got Order 66.
Execute Order 66.
Y'all can't escape the programming of the Matrix. Y'all can't escape it. That's what y'all think. Y'all think being in the manosphere is some kind of accomplishment. The manosphere is only the Matrix. Y'all don't want to know the truth. Y'all don't want to know the truth. Wake up. Wake up. I was going to say something. I watched another content creator who I'm a big fan of. But I think sometimes we get, as black folk, we get a little bit of information and we go too far and we really don't know what we're talking about. And we trying to represent like you got some insight or you got some special knowledge that you really don't have. Um, and we talk too much, and sometimes it makes us look bad. I think. Um, I don't know how far I want to go down this rabbit hole right now. I just watched the content this morning. And it happens to be a topic I am well versed in. Again, I don't talk too much about things I don't know about. Um, this content creator was talking about print on demand services. What is what he was talking about? He kind of linked it to drop shipping. It has a drop shipping component to it, but it's not drop shipping. It's print on demand. Print on demand has been around for quite some time. I've done a lot. I've made a lot of money at print on demand actually in these pieces over the years. Um, but he made it seem like, oh, I have been studying this revenue stream for like the last 6 months, and to listen to him talk about it, that little bit of information that he gave out, he could have got in a week, not let alone 6 months. I got real popular doing printing on demand. Well, not popular, but I made a lot of money doing print on demand, particularly during the Trayvon Martin trial. I was already engaging in it before Trayvon, and but I my pedigree is photography and desktop publishing, which later on became graphic designs. That's what I was always my side hustle, kind of to say. I began doing photography at a young age, 9 years old. And as I went up, middle school, I was on the yearbook staff. High school, I was on the yearbook staff. College, I did the yearbooks. So I was always engaged in print on demand services. I remember when Photoshop wasn't Photoshop, it was PageMaker. So I've been doing it for quite a long time. And then when everything became digital, it kind of merged my worlds together, where it all linked together: photography, graphic designs, desktop publishing. It all kind of merged, and you just became one entity, where it used to kind of be three separate entities. Mm. But I did film print, started out in the dark room, and I did publishing on the presses, shooting the negatives for the presses, and all of that kind of stuff. So I've seen it grow. And as I've always said, is that with when things became digital, a learning curve kind of shortened, and a lot of people got into it, but they had no appreciation for the artistry or the mechanics of photography and printing. People just went out in Walmart and bought a damn camera, and I'm a photographer today. I remember having to roll the film. You had to make your own rolls of film, and you only had like 36, shots at the most. So you had to have more understanding of the mechanics, the aperture, the film speed, the types of film, the type of paper, the type of lenses that you were shooting on, and you almost had to envision the shot before you took the shot. Um, Shout out to Gordon Parks, one of my favorite photographers of all times. Um, Many people know that name because he was the director for Shaft. Um, Gordon Parks. He also wrote a few books. One of my favorite books that he wrote was Choice of Weapons. Gordon Parks. You want to read some good books? Definitely find something by Gordon Parks. Um, his writing is in line with that kind of Alex Haley style of writing. Yeah, Gordon Parks. Um, We don't talk about him in Black history a lot, but Gordon Parks, he was that dude, or still is that dude. I think he's still around. I don't think he's passed away yet. I think he's still around. But I love Gordon Parks. But I was kind of a fan of Bruce Lee, or Bruce Lee's philosophy with, not having a style, you know, not having to choose a weapon, being masters of multiple weapons, you know, maybe not just Bruce Lee, but just martial art in general. You master different styles. And I didn't want to be known for any one particular thing or style. I wanted to be a jack of all trades. So anyway, going back to print on demand. So I would make shirts. And growing up where I grew up in Newark, East Orange, we're known for making T-shirts. Real popular thing. If you ever go downtown Newark, Broad Street, you're going to see a lot of custom T-shirts. So that was always something that was in my mind. And when it became easier to do, and when I discovered print on demand in early 2000s, print on demand was something I added to my arsenal. So even though I was doing, a lot of graphic designs and business cards and flyers, and sometimes I would just get inspired and I would throw a design on a T-shirt or a cup or a book bag or whatever products. Usually these companies, there are many of them now, but I mean, one of the more popular ones was a Spreadshirt. I always liked Spreadshirt and Redbubble, but you got many more now where you can do all kind of print on demand services with. And basically you create a website, doesn't cost nothing. You upload your designs and you can put your designs on different products. People find your products through their marketplace or through your own advertising. They buy it, they make the product and ship it directly to the customer. So all you do, and you get paid a commission, and you set your own commission for your own design. So that's where kind of me and this content creator, I'm not really sure I want to mention his name yet, but this is where we diverge. He was talking about the commission structure and he keeps it low. I don't necessarily agree with that. And I'm somebody who's been doing print on demand stuff for over a decade. Multiple products, multiple designs. Hell, I still got some of those stores up. I got 2 or 3 of them up right now. I forget about them. And so once a month when I get a little commission, I get a little, whatever little profit that I made for that month. I don't even advertise it, but every now and then somebody will buy one of my designs on the product and I get the $10 or $15 or whatever. But he was right that some of those products are expensive to make, like hoodies, for example. The hoodies are nice quality though. So even by itself, you would spend a nice little chunk of money on the hoodie. They're not using cheap hoodies. They're using quality hoodies. One of my popular hoodies, I did a Nasty by Nature hoodie. If you ever seen the white and black Naughty by Nature hoodie, I had one just like it, identical, but instead of it saying Naughty by Nature, it said Nasty by Nature. I sold a ton of those hoodies, and those hoodies were $50, $60 a piece. Sold a ton of them. And you should get paid for your work. I'm a big believer in that. Especially if people who are buying custom products, they understand what they're buying. If you want a cheap hoodie, you go down to Walmart or you go to Amazon, you can buy cheap hoodies that are mass produced all day long. But you're gonna look like a million other people. But if you want a hoodie that's very stand out, I swear I personally ordered at least 3 of those hoodies over the years for myself. Every time I ordered one, some girl stole it from me. I don't know what it is about them. Girls like men clothes anyway. But it was something about them damn Nasty by Nature hoodies them girls would love. And they would always find a way to steal them damn hoodies from me. A lot of times I didn't even realize they was doing it, man. It was so funny. And I would laugh to myself afterwards, like, damn, here go another chick got me for my Nasty by Nature hoodie, they doing some spend the night shit, and you know, it's cold the next morning or next, when they leaving out. You got a hoodie I could borrow? Yeah, just look at my closet, grab one. I'm thinking they're gonna grab something basic. They always grab the damn expensive one. Or I would have it in my car when I was driving, you know. You mind if I wear that hoodie? And I forget which one it is, There they go, grabbing my hoodie, my nasty, my nature hoodies. But yeah, no, you should make a profit. You shouldn't keep it low to hopefully encourage sales. No, because the market is oversaturated. You got a billion people doing print on demand with a billion different designs. All you got to do is do your research on Etsy. And some people steal each other's designs, so I always try to copyright my designs, or at least trademark them. Rather, that's really what it would be at that point: trademark and copyright. Um, so that is my design. If I see somebody else trying to copy my shit, I would notify Spreadshirt or Redbubble or whoever they were going through. Hey, I have the trademark on this design. Um, I was always a fan of. I uploaded my designs to all of them, even though there were companies I preferred over the other. I would still have a presence on multiple platforms, as we would call it. Um, So yeah, as soon as I made a design, I uploaded it to all of the platforms. So if somebody wanted to come along later, they already had my design already in their system, then they could see when I uploaded it. Um, and the reason I did that is because of the Trayvon. I learned a lot after Trayvon Martin. I had the number one selling T-shirt design for Trayvon Martin in the beginning of that trial. And then Jamie Foxx fucked it up for me. I'm gonna fuck Jamie Foxx up when I see him. Um, anyway, he wore a Trayvon Martin T-shirt from a competitor, and it got popular because of him. He was on some award show or something, if I remember correctly, wearing that T-shirt. I'm like, yo, why you ain't wear the number one T-shirt? He wore this T-shirt. I had never even seen that design until he wore it, but it was similar to mine. Mine was flyer though, because my design covered the whole T-shirt. It didn't just cover it. His was like a little square in the middle of the T-shirt. I had Trayvon Martin's face over the whole T-shirt. It was super big. I had did a Scarface design that was real popular too in the hoods. Um, I remember I had went on a trip somewhere and I seen somebody actually wearing my shirt. Um, and I always would put my little V logo. You can see it on the top of this stream right now, changing colors to blue and white to black and white. That's my logo. So I would put that logo on the back of the shirt, on the top, and usually I would make it glow in the dark. So I seen the dude, and I was like, "Yo, I see you got that new V Trayvon shirt." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I ordered this on the line." I said, "Yeah, you ordered it from me." And he was like, "For real?" He was like, "That's crazy." And at first he didn't believe me. Then I showed him one of my business cards with that logo on it. And he was like, "Oh, word, that's the logo that's on the back of my shirt." Exactly. And he asked me to sign his shirt. So I signed the front of the shirt with the Scarface was on. It just happened to see him out. He was like, "Yeah, I saw this shirt, man, and it was so fly, I had to order it." Hell, I was selling them shirts for like $35. I was killing the game with that shirt. And he bought it. He was like, "Yeah, it seemed like a good price because I'd never seen it anywhere else. And because it was so big, it was worth the money to me." um, so I always made big designs to cover the shirts. And when I was doing it, they didn't have you couldn't nowadays you could print all over the shirt or garment now to the edges and things. Back then it was kind of limited to where you could print on this shirt. But now, I mean, you could do all kind of designs. It's crazy. I don't see well enough to do the graphic designs anymore, but it kind of caught up nowadays to where I was at 10 years ago, where I wanted it to be. Um, Print on demand is good if you're already making designs, but it's not very lucrative as a business because it takes hours to make designs. It ain't something that's always, if you want to make a good design. I mean, I worked on that Scarface design for quite some time. I worked on my Trayvon Martin design for quite some time. It wasn't like a 5 minute, oh, I got an idea, boom, here it go. You got to do the design and you got to convert it into a vector so that way the print machines can read it. It's a lot involved in it. Even if you're doing just a text-based design, it's a little bit easier when you're doing text-based. But I did text-based with multiple colors, so it wasn't just one layer. My text was on multiple layers, and typically you had 3 layers you could work with, so that means you could do 3 different colors. I'm pretty sure today is more than 3, but back then it was 3. So I can make 1 layer yellow, 1 layer blue, one layer red, and they all it's saying one phrase, but each line or each word is a different color. It's a lot involved in it. So yeah, you should get paid for what you do. And if you're not a graphic designer, a lot of people will hire a graphic designer to do this. A lot of graphic designers, they don't want to, it's not lucrative. They could just make their own designs. Um, but or you're not an artist or whatever, you may not be into this mode. And I just think there's better ways to another revenue stream with print on demand where you can do it. That's more tied into your primary business. Like he does expediting and he does a lot of tutorials and teaching. That's why I'm a fan of his. I think his journey to become this expediter is good thing. But do print on demand with your business cards. So if you're teaching people, set it up where you could do print on demand with their business cards. Here, you get 1,000 business cards from me for X amount of dollars. You know, kind of thing. I used to do that. I found a lot of my businesses led me to do other businesses. I was doing photography and web designs, and I was doing a lot of work with small businesses, and that led me to do SEO, search engine optimization, because people, I would just do a website for them. And they like, well, how come I'm not getting any traffic? Well, how are you marketing yourself? They just thought early on, I build a website, people just gonna come. No, there's a trillion websites. Why would they look for yours above somebody else doing the same exact thing in your same city? So then I would start teaching people about SEO, which would help and how to market using print, how to market your website. And that's now I got another hustle. I'm doing business consultations now. Um, I remember one of the first ones I did. They were club promoters, and they were looking for ways to increase their ticket sales. So they had to pay me for me to tell them how to do that, and I did. I made a lot of money at that. I had at one point some of the biggest party promoters here in Charlotte. They was all coming to me, and I was running this out my house on my days off. You know, I had a little home office set up, and people would just come by my house and sit down, and I would talk, talk business and set up their marketing strategies and things with them. Sometimes we would do it at hotels, but or they were thinking about going one way, and I would discourage them. No, don't do that. Do this instead. Um, Street teams were popular in the '90s when all hip hop artists had a street team, would put out stickers and flyers everywhere in the city. And well, with the internet, you didn't have to do that no more. And plus, it's messy. You walking down the street, you see a million flyers or a million stickers on a pole, and you're you're not distinguishing yourself from anybody else. Not really. And you have no way of tracking which advertising is more effective. Um, when QR codes and Bitly came out, I started implementing that into my flyer design. So we would have a unique QR code or Bitly link for them to, that's on the flyer. So when people responded to that, we knew exactly what marketing campaign was working best for them. But just opening up a shop like he's talking about doing with designs, it's been done. I mean, going to Etsy, even Amazon. Those you got people doing making good money at it, but it's kind of like catching lightning in a can or in a jar kind of thing. You know, I did that with the Trayvon Martin T-shirt design. That I made, and not only did I have the number one Trayvon Martin shirt, I had the number one George Zimmerman shirt too. I was selling both. Actually, I sold more George Zimmerman shirts than I did Trayvon Martin. Um, at that time, and I got interviewed by the Associated Press, which that interview kind of went a little haywire because the guy, when I initially talked to him, it was all about the design, and then when we finally went live with the interview, it was more, well, do you think you owe the family some money for profiting on their son's image? I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Well, since you want to go that way, does Greyhound give the family a percentage of the ticket sales that they sold for all of those protesters going down there? Or did the airlines give them a cut? Or the food restaurants and hotels where those people had to stay and eat, who was protesting down there, who wasn't from down there, did they get a percentage? No. So why are you expecting V Ben Israel, small time guy, to compete uh, or talk about donating money? I looked at it like, hey, had it been my son, I would want everybody putting my son's face out there. And my oldest son was a couple of years behind Trayvon Martin, so it was very like close to home for me. No, I wouldn't. No, that's the last thing I'm worrying about. If my son got murdered, then that's the last thing I'm thinking about. Am I making money off the T-shirt? No, I'm glad somebody made the T-shirt. I'm glad somebody put my son's face out there. That's what I'm glad about. So, but as far as the content creator I'm thinking of, and I love this guy, man. I really like this guy. I just think he's treading in waters he don't need to be treading in. Um, and he hyped us up for a couple of videos like it was some big new business, and I'm like, come on, man, really? We talking about print on? He didn't even know what to call it. He called it drop shipping. It's print on demand. They've been around for a while. It's been around for a while. If you have a unique design and you want to push it, sure. But creating a revenue stream, I mean, there have been some months I've made $1,000. This has been some months I've only made $10 because the design wasn't hot no more. I typically went after social issues like Trayvon Martin, like Jordan Davis, like Rakia Boyd. I made T-shirts for all of them, Mike Brown. So when it dies down, the demand for the shirt's gonna die down. You know, I made some Obama T-shirts when he was running. I made some good money on Obama. Um, the first term, the second term, I was fed up with him. Yeah, but yeah. But I think I agree with him. You should have multiple revenue streams, and I think I'm talking about YouTube because YouTube is a revenue stream, and I know he's making money based on his subscriber count from YouTube. He should definitely be monetized. If he's not, it's a shame. I'd like to see him go live more, um, and really figure out ways to monetize what he's doing as far as the the instructional side of things with expediting and cargo vans and things of that nature. Tell us about how much money you're making on YouTube, brother. That's what that would be a better way, or a better revenue stream. And I know you have a lot of knowledge about that from what you've been doing the last year or two. That's where I would like to hear. I may tag him in this video, I don't know, or I may just send it to him. Because I genuinely like this guy, so I'm not trying to expose him. I'm just coming at him with some big brother shit right now. That's the way I'm trying to approach it right now. So I don't like creating that YouTube beef. This ain't no beef. This is just a little constructive criticism, and I like this guy a lot. I really do. He's one of my favorite content creators. And I've told a lot of people in that industry to definitely follow his channel. I've sent a lot of traffic to him, shout them out on my channel and different channels. So I am a fan of his, but I'd rather you see go down the route of tell us about your YouTube revenue stream and how to, that's a side hustle. And that'll be passive income for you doing what you're already doing. That's the way I look at it. And there's a lot of them guys I like. Eagle Express and DDK. Uber AZ out there in Arizona. There's a lot of them guys I like. Mark the Mentor, the rideshare guy. Even though I don't drive anymore, I don't do any of that. I just find it fascinating. And I've been studying it for a few years now. I think that's all I got, man. But wake y'all asses up, man. Y'all missing out on this good information. Wake y'all asses up. Wake y'all asses up. That's all I got, man. Holla at your boy. It's your boy. V-Minutes with the People's Champ. Signing off. We'll be back on here later. We're going to be back later. Don't worry. We're going to be back later. Holla at you.